Hey, what's up? Good evening, everybody. Good evening. It is Thursday. Good evening. What's up? I hope everybody is having a good week, a good end to the week, again, into the week. I am Donna. Welcome, 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 welcome into the Real Life Relationship Growth evening platform, podcast, discussion panel. I don't care what you call it, as long as you are here. And I appreciate you all being here. I appreciate you all being here. Want to make sure that we are connected on all ends. I believe we are. Um, my family in the background is saying we are good, so I appreciate it. Hey, good evening. I'm Donna. Welcome to the Real Life Relationship Growth Live Discussion Evening. It is Thursday. Every Thursday we come together, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we have discussions here. We're all about building and growing healthy relationships, real life relationship growth. All right, I gotta say this. I gotta say this. I gotta start out this way. Listen, you all, I am not a relationship expert. I'm a black woman in this world, living this life, doing the thing, and enjoying myself in the process. That is who I am. I have had some ups in life, I have had some downs. I have had some situations that made me say, this ain't for me. And I've had some that says I'm right in the perfect place. I'm right in the perfect place. So I'm going to say this. I say this every week. Listen, don't throw things away so quickly. Look at what it's doing to help you. Is it helping you grow? Is it helping you to recognize something? Is it helping you to realize something you need to do, somewhere you need to be, somewhere you don't need to be, and all of that, right? So take those things and allow them to help you to build and growth. If they don't help you build and growth, throw it away. Throw it away. And just remember where you were when that thing and that situation and that person and all of that came about, putting yourself in a better place. So always remember that. So listen, this is the criteria for you to be a part of this family. All right? This is it. You have to be single, dating, courting, engaged, married, divorced, or widower. That is the criteria. I guarantee you fall into one of those categories. If you are at least the age of 21, you fall into one of those categories. We are here to build and grow relationships. We're not here to bash anyone, no male bashing, no female bashing. We will have some jokes from time to time. Please continue to post to the page. It requires me to approve it, but that's okay. So if you don't see your post right initially that you put on the page, either I haven't had a chance to get to it, or it just may not be the right criteria for the page. So be mindful when you're sending things and posting to the page, please. Um, Topics, if you have topics that you would like for us to discuss, this falls under the umbrella of relationships, which means that starts with the man, the woman, the mother, the father, the husband, the wife. Anything, when I say anything, anything that falls under that criteria, this is where we talk about it. This is where we talk about it. So we're not necessarily trying to change your mind, but we're trying to give you a different perspective, each other, a different perspective on how to do some things and how some things may work better for you, right? All right. So take something, give something. I like that. Take something, give something. So welcome in, welcome in. I am going to bring on the crew. I've been doing this for quite a while now, and God has blessed for people to come about that says, hey, I'm available, I'm here, I can help, whatever. And they have become a part of the Real Life Relationship Growth family. They have become the reason why we are here most weeks, because I could not and would not want to at this point do this alone by myself ever again. I used to do it by myself. I really enjoyed it, but it's so much better when you have so many different perspectives coming from wise people. The Bible says, seek wise counsel. That's what I did. That's what I did. All right. So I'm going to bring my crew on. First of all, I have to bring this young lady on because Ladies first. What's up, Miss Corey?
Hey, how you doing? Back up.
Oh, you look good, girl. You're glowing, you're popping, you're
Thank you.
glowing.
Thank you very much.
Glow.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
There you go. Yes, yes, yes. I see the brother in the chat. Hello, Mr. Greg.
Oh, he's in there.
He's in there. He's in there. Part of the purpose of the glow. Let's just say
Absolutely.
that.
Yes. Oh,
Let's
yes.
just say that. Part of the purpose of the glow. Sir, you keep doing what you're doing. You keep
Please.
doing what you're doing. Yes, yes. All right. How was your week, babe?
Oh, it was good. It was
School
good.
is out, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Hence,
Okay.
it was good.
All
Well rested.
right. Yeah, because your time as of lately has been doing other things that you
Yeah.
couldn't really do when
Yeah.
you at work with the babies.
Uh huh.
Corey is an educator, but Corey got some stuff coming up that uh she needs that time. Miss Corey, what's coming up for you? What's going on?
My wedding is coming up in September. So, yeah, we'll be jumping the broom. So,
Yes, yes,
yeah.
yes.
Mhm.
Congratulations to you and Greg yet again.
That's my
Yet again. All right. Next we're gonna bring that look, we have this thing we call north what is it? North, south, east, west, northeast.
yes, north,
Yeah.
south, east, west.
We all represent a side now. We all represent a side now. So we're gonna bring on my other brother from another mother. For real, another mother because
For
hey
real, for
Tony.
real. Hey, Donna. Hey, Corey.
Hey, Tony.
How you good doing? I see everybody's got big smiles on their
Oh
face.
yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. I smile every time I think about what my girl and my brother are doing.
So what?
Every time. Cause I love it, I love it, I love it. Look, she blushing, Tony. She just blushed
My
Yeah,
face
every
hurts now.
yeah, she is. Look at that.
time. Love it,
So
love it.
cute. So
So
cute.
we are missing one tonight. He is traveling, King of the North. Our brother King. So he may be in the chat or whatever, but I don't think he's gonna be coming on live. I don't know. He's in Punta Cana.
Mm.
So I don't know the time difference there. So I don't know if he's checking in, if he's gonna be in the chat or if he sleep, I don't know. I don't know. But what's up to our fourth, Mr. King of the North, Mr. King Landy, who is
Mhm.
again in Punta Cana, not with us tonight. But we are never short of wisdom in brothers. We are never short of wisdom in brothers. And this brother here, known him since about the summertime, last summer. So, oh, we almost rocking a year. Let me bring my brother on. Wait a minute. My screen popped on me. Let me see. All right. Mr. Kendrick.
Hello.
Hey, Kendrick.
What's up, brother? What's up?
Hey,
Yeah.
Oh, that's
How was
lovely.
your day?
day was cool. Just worked out at Effect Fitness, doing a little step aerobics,
Okay.
All right.
and then just hung out with my daughter and stuff. I'm finally off from my job. You know, I work out of town, so just
Mm-hmm.
and stuff.
You went out a little bit.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. There you go. Sorry. I changed the screen and it pulled your face up. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's cool. It's cool. Yeah, Kendrick rocks with the real life relationship growth. He rocked with us a few months ago, but his schedule kind of changed though. That didn't permit him to join us. But I put up a post the other day and he was like, "Yo, this is a good one." I said, "This is a topic, Kendrick. We going." And he said, "Yo, I'm available for the next 2 weeks." Why he tell me that? Why he tell me that? I'm like, okay. It's not the topic that we kind of discussed on there. I'm still working that with Kendrick. That was going to take a little bit more time. Um, I have to move a little bit more careful with that. It kind of spoke on um, molestation, children being taken advantage of, kind of to that effect. So I want to be really, really careful with that one and make sure we have the right people in place. So even if you're not able to join that discussion, Kendrick, I'm definitely going to let you know so you could tune in wherever you are.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. All right, everybody. So I am not sure. Let me let you all know if you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm not sure who's going to pop in tonight because there is a rainbow tribe of love that goes along with the real life relationship growth. I had some that said that they were going to come in. If they come in, we'll bring them on to join us. So the more the merrier. But if this is what it is, we're going to do it anyway. We're going to do it anyway. So we're going to get started with our topic tonight. We're going to put our topic title up. And let me ask you, please do me the favor of going to YouTube. If you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, could you please do me a favor? If you're on Facebook, go on over to YouTube. Um, Go on over to YouTube, subscribe real quick if it gives you a minute to do that, and join the discussion from there. If not, you can still listen in, I believe, and just next time, make sure you're ready and you subscribe to the YouTube channel. It is.
Don't forget to like, because it pushes the show into the algorithm, and more people can see it. So make sure you like it. If you're watching, it says there's 6, like it.
Thank you, Corey. I appreciate that.
Mhm.
Yes, please do that. Hit that like button. Like she said, hit that like button. Really, really appreciate it. All right. So, if one of you all could do me a favor and put the YouTube in the chat with the link for the chat, I'd greatly appreciate it. All right. Okay, so we're gonna get started on this topic. If you saw the commercial stated that this is a two-parter. This discussion will have two parts. Sorry. This discussion will have two parts. Um, what we were going to discuss tonight, the topic title is the myth of contentment. And as we were discussing, I call this crew the producers. As we were kind of discussing that topic, the thought came to me about why do people get to the point of just being content, just accepting and just being content, right? So I was like, hey, let's back it up a little bit and let's have our topic, the topic title tonight, you all. The topic title, thank you, Corey. The topic title tonight is Baby, is that you? Like, is that you? You look like the man that I first. Well, I was about to sing it, Corey. But we know I'm not going to do that. But, baby, is that you? This topic tonight, we're going to discuss that switch up, that change, that I don't recognize you anymore. I'm not sure who this is that I'm with. The person that I first met, the person that I first fell for, the person that I liked, the person that I fell in love with. I'm not sure. How did you get here? What's who's the artist that sings that?
Cox.
Deborah Cox. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thank you. Deborah Cox. How did you get here? So knowing that's our topic, and we've chatted up a little bit about it. Tony, I'm gonna start with you. When you hear that, baby, is that you? The topic, knowing that there was the kind of switch up and change in the relationship, and it was swift and unrecognizable, and maybe something gradual that happened. What's your thoughts, Tony? What's your opening thoughts on that?
So my opening thoughts are this: when we date, we're always putting on our best self, and I learned in time that I've got to see you in various situations. For example, I can't always see you when you're happy and we're doing what you want and you're in your happy place. I got to see you. How do you deal with conflict? How do you, when you get angry, I need to see you angry. I need to see you happy, sad. If you have kids, eventually, I got to get around your kids
Hmm.
and see how that is, how that dynamic is. Um, and I think sometimes we fall short of that when we date. Like
Okay.
sometimes we don't date long enough because we're making decisions based on
Mm.
surface things, what we see, how we feel, but we're not seeing everybody in. And so like let's say when we finally decide we're going to be exclusive or we get married, then some of those sides show themselves, and sometimes we don't like that.
Okay.
We don't like what we see. So that's what I'm thinking about. Is that you, like, and we say you've changed, but maybe I just never really saw you completely.
Okay. Okay. What about you, Corey? The
Baby, is
what's your
that you?
thought?
I agree completely. Another way I would see that is sometimes there's something going on with us where
Mm.
the change is happening and we're not noticing it because maybe we're working too much. Maybe
Mm.
we're worried and stressed about something. Maybe we are depressed and we haven't noticed the change until we got out of it. And it's like when I left you before this situation that we might not know about, you were like this is different. Or maybe the person themselves is going through something. We all have these things in life. You got men go through their midlife crises and whatever else they got going. Women go through perimenopause and menopause. Sometimes we change and it's just something that happens. It's natural. But
Mhm.
there are several reasons why you might not notice the changes happening. Um, and that's just another angle from what Tony was talking about. Well, not an, just another way to look at it.
Okay. 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 Kendrick, what about you? Hearing this topic, what's your kind of first thoughts on that? We you're breaking up. You're breaking up kind of bad. Wow, because that was we're hearing you really good initially in
Right.
studio.
Um,
So I don't know what happened.
so I'm gonna try to go out and refresh and come back in. Maybe that'll help before he joins back.
Kendrick, can you try that? Because you were fine. Yeah, we were hearing them perfectly fine. Okay. All right. Now we can't see you. Hmm. I don't know what happened because yeah, you were good. You were good. Try like Corey suggested. Try going out and then coming back in.
Yeah, go all the way out.
Yeah, all the way out, leave.
Yeah, refresh the tab and then
Okay. We're gonna give Kendrick time to kind of square away. Uh Kendrick, you have to go all the way out, my dear.
he might not hear us.
He may not be able to hear.
Can you kick him out or can you message him? Hold on.
So let me do that.
Okay.
Let me do
Yeah,
that and then I'm
there you
going
go.
to yeah,
Then you
just
can come
message
back
him.
in. Yeah.
So I'll just message him and ask him to okay. Yep, yep. Okay. All right, y'all. While Kendrick is getting his stuff together, getting that straightened out, um, we're gonna keep going with this. It'll come around when he comes back. Okay. So, how I met you. The first thing I kind of thought about when this topic came up was the physical. Most of the time, I think people feel talk about the physical like that's not how you were when I met you. Like you were slimmer, or you worked out, or you did this, or you did that, um, and and you've changed. Like you've changed. Tony and I were discussing a little bit earlier while we were in studio, and one thing came up was um, how somebody can be a specific certain way. So let's say before marriage, you with somebody, you're dating somebody, y'all serious, y'all connected, y'all are with one another, and the sex is amazing. The sex is amazing. Because to be honest, I've heard men complain about this. Like the sex can be amazing, and then as soon as you get married, as soon as you're, in it, that changes. She's changing. She's not doing this or she's not doing that. Have y'all heard that? That's something you hear that men have said?
I've actually heard my a relative say this to one of his club like organization brothers. Like it was a
Hmm.
joke. And he reported back, yeah, man, you were right. It is different. And I'm like, okay,
Wow.
personally, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Tony, what you think about that? As a
So,
man, coming from
well,
the
I mean,
man.
I've actually, I've been divorced twice, so I've actually experienced it.
Okay.
It's just, and I don't know that I ever got an answer other than when you're dating, you're focused. You're in an environment that's focused. And then when you get married or you go exclusive, then all this other stuff comes in. All real life hits you, right?
Hmm.
Mm.
So
Hmm.
now you're stressed, like Corey B was talking about. Now you're stressed. Now things are happening. They're not happening quite the same. You got this person that's constantly around you all the time, every day, and it changes.
Mm.
And
Okay.
somehow that affects. I'm tired. Well, you were never tired when we was around each other before, but now you're tired.
You tired.
The kids, if you got kids, the kids, I got to take care of the kids. Um, and it changes on both sides, I think.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I think it does. I've never had that experience necessarily. But we've heard it. We've heard it. And to try to understand why a woman in this aspect, in this context of it, why a woman makes that change. Some men say, well, she just wanted to get me. Once she got you, now she got you and she don't have to do all of that stuff because she feels like those are the things that got you. Um, and then, as Tony said, the points that you just made, Tony, that like life happens. It's different. It's different when we were just, I guess, fancy free, happy go lucky, and all the obligations weren't necessarily there. Now we're in this thing, and now it requires me or you, the both of us, to work and make sure the bills are together, and if there are children on both sides or together, um, I think those things change that aspect. So it just in defense of the ladies, fellas, for those who have experienced this or said this, think about all those components of things that we just said that may be a reason why. Maybe a reason why. Maybe you need to lighten her load a little bit. I don't know. Talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it.
I think some of it becomes mental too, where
Mm-hmm.
when you're dating, again, we go back to this. I'm I'm just there for you.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
mentally, I've cleared out everything else
Mm.
because I know I'm going to be seeing you on this day. And so I've been waiting for it. I clear everything else out. So in my mind, I'm ready. But then when you start getting into the real world, then now I got all this stuff in my mind.
Mm.
And,
That's good.
most men know that, sex, the physical part of sex begins in a woman's mind.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to get her ready. So if you're not taking some of that work away or some of that stress away, then she's not going to be ready. Where men, we ready. We say we're ready all the time, but I don't know. I don't know if that's 100% true,
It's not.
but We like to think it is.
It is not. But life. I like that, Tony. I like that you said that, and I hope people pulled something from that because, and I actually, I never even looked at it the way you just said it. And it makes so much sense. Let's see if we can. Hey,
Okay.
okay,
There you
All
there
go.
right.
it is.
Okay.
There it is.
Yeah, my
Okay,
bad. I'm not sure what was going on. I
yeah.
just restarted the app.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. There it is. So we're gonna step back a little bit, Kendrick, and let you say what you were saying because I don't want to miss
Oh,
anybody's thoughts.
okay. What I was saying is like you heard of 90 Day Fiance, you got
Mm-hmm.
90 Day Representative.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? You got to really spend some quality time with somebody to really see, you know, who they are. Because when we meet, we're meeting somebody's representative, what they probably deem, whoever you are, they want you to see. But you can only hold on to that facade for so long. Most people can anyway.
yeah.
So, I deal with that. But like some of you guys were saying, just over time, people change. And the whole thing about like getting married and women say, I so many of my friends and you know, and, well, I won't talk about my own experience, but
Mm-hmm.
basically you get married and all of a sudden, what I'm saying, you're not getting those same type of perks and stuff. It's like that person has crossed the finish line and now they're like, oh, I made it across the finish line. I ain't got to do all that. I think that's disingenuous if you do have a good partner.
Yeah.
But like I said, you just meeting that representative in the first 90 days. And if it's something that's over time, it's just people change and you never know what they might be going through. It's objective as far as, what the situation might be. But hopefully that other person can get it together or get counseling, medical help, whatever they need if they really want to be with that other person,
You said counseling.
Yeah.
Yeah, for those that don't know, anytime we speak counseling in here, we ringing this bell.
Yeah.
We're ringing this bell. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Yeah. I appreciate that, Kendrick. How I met you. How I met you. Mm. So a part of what I thought about in doing this topic was, of course, things that were controlled. There are things that are uncontrollable. Your health could be uncontrollable. Your finances, your job situation. COVID hit the world and everybody's was uncontrollable. We had no control over those dynamics. Your mental health, all of those things. But let's tap onto those things that can be controlled. For example, let's kind of hit those things first. Those things that can be controlled. That someone says, "Hey, my man or my woman has literally stopped. They've stopped talking to me. They've stopped, as we said, wanting to have sex and be intimate with me. They've stopped." Can we kind of talk about some of the reasons why this could possibly have happened? Because we're here for growth. We're here for growth. We're gonna talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. So let's talk about it, y'all. Can y'all give some, examples of reasons of why this could possibly happen on either side?
You're saying why a person would stop sleeping with with their spouse.
Sleeping with them, talking to them, wanting to spend time with them, anything that could be, that
Okay.
could be thought of coming in those matters.
Here's my little list. There's somebody else, not in any order, not in any
Okay.
order.
Okay.
Somebody else. Um, and it doesn't have to be physical. You can be you can be cheating emotionally, which is, I think, harder to break than if it's just physical. But that's another conversation.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It could be stress, because stress will have your mind everywhere but present. And when you're not
Mm-hmm.
present, you can physically be there, but you might as well not be there.
Yeah.
Depression or something. I'm not going to say just depression, but any type of mental thing going on. So it
Mm-hmm.
could be some type of disorder. It could be depression. It could be, that you're working too much. Anything.
Mm-hmm.
It could also be your diet. Your diet can control a lot of those things.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're not talking about your diet controlling your anything else, and just your diet um, can make you feel like you don't want to have sex. Maybe you're too tired, and you're feeling a little, what's the lethargic. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's my list.
Okay. Okay. What do y'all gentlemen think?
Um, on the health side of things, definitely, just as we get older, you know, I think I've talked about this before. Everything from low testosterone, cholesterol, blood pressure. You know, a lot of those are connected to your libido, just far
Mm-hmm.
as sex concerned, and
Mm-hmm.
also testosterone. You know, connected to like your mood.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
You might not be feeling good, or it's a lot of things. It just all depends what's going on in your life, and also, you know, I noticed that I have to take vitamins daily so I
Mm-hmm.
get good. I take at least 4 vitamins a day. You know what I'm saying? Make sure for my heart, my inflammation, 1 a day vitamins, and also I take fish oil, so I have good cholesterol. Which now I have good cholesterol, and I'm in my bad cholesterol's in great ranges and stuff like that. And I notice a completely different. And if I don't work out, I notice my body doesn't feel the same, or I feel a
Right.
little lethargic. So those are absolutely, Corey, what she was saying, man. It's a lot of different things. It just takes more maintenance as we get older for a lot of us. So that's my 2 cents.
Oh,
Yeah. Go ahead, Corey.
I put it in the chat. I was gonna say also, sometimes we have just health things that are uncontrollable, and your doctor will give you a medication, and those medications. I don't know if you all listen. You know how you watch a commercial and it gives you all the good.
Mm-hmm. All of these side
Right.
effects
Some of them
and
is change of mood, change of
Yes.
appetite, change
Yes.
of, cause you feel drowsy. Medications can do that too.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
Yep.
yeah, yeah.
So I
Most
wanted to
definitely.
add on the diet side, I wanted to add this for the men. I'm a vegetarian, so I was eating a lot of vegetarian meat that had
Mm.
soy in it,
Joy. Yeah.
and that was messing with my testosterone. It was giving
Yep.
me estrogen. And if you are into looking at labels, you need to really look at your labels, because soy is in a lot of stuff that
Yep.
we
Mm-hmm.
eat. Speaking to the married folks, Paula and I went through this. First, it was me. Like 6 years into our marriage, I had open heart surgery. Didn't even know. Didn't even know that I was about to die.
Wow.
That was a shock.
Hmm.
And then Paula going through menopause. Um, I remember Paula telling me, he says, whatever you got to do, you better do it. If you got to get yourself right, get yourself right, because
Mm-hmm.
because 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 we're gonna have sex.
Hmm.
And then years down the road, then the ball shifts to her court,
Yeah.
and she's going through stuff, and she's realizing that her hormones, her estrogen, testosterone levels are like crazy. And so I just said to her, well, you remember what you said to me? I said,
Mm-hmm.
you better find out. You better talk to somebody. You better get right. We're gonna keep doing this thing. And
Damn.
sure enough, you go and get the right advice. You go to seek medical advice, and now things are regulated. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. 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 Because those things are gonna come. Like things not controlled.
Right.
Things not controlled. But the part of the things that are controlled about those unknowns and those knowns that happen, that we have to just figure out. The parts of those things are, what are you going to do? Both of y'all said it at two different times, Tony. You better get right. You better figure this out. You better, because we having sex one way or another. You better get it right.
Already.
Yeah.
Somebody's
And,
got to
and
figure it out. Even like, well, even you should be having these conversations at some point if you're thinking about being exclusive.
I was just
And,
getting ready to say it.
you
Yeah.
got to have conversations like, okay, what's too much physically from a physical standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
When I met Paula had it in her mind that I was into petite, like little petite women.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I couldn't get it out of her mind that that's not what I'm not necessarily into that. Okay.
Yeah.
I may have been married to a woman that was petite, but it, you know, I'm learning to like thickness.
Yeah.
But so when you talk about change, there sometimes it's mental. You put in your mind certain things that are not true, but you think they're true.
Mm-hmm.
So it took me a while to convince her, no, 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 no. You my type. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm not going to go into because I mentioned it before what her type was, because I'm not her type. I'm never going to be her original type.
Yeah.
I'm her type now, but her original type, I'm so far from that. I mean, it's crazy. But you have to have those discussions. Like I remember having the discussion, when can my wife outweigh me? There's only one time when my wife can outweigh me.
Okay.
When she's pregnant.
When she's pregnant. Okay.
When she's pregnant. Okay.
I was making sure you okay.
But you have to have those discussions if that's important to you.
Mm-hmm.
You can't wait until something happens. Your wife has babies and she grows a little bit and then you get upset. I mean, you can tell her all day long, hey, you need to go to the gym. Hey, you need to do this. You need to do that. But you also have to understand what she just went through for
Mm-hmm.
you, for us.
Mm-hmm.
Because, my wife says that all about, it's easy for you. You can eat whatever you want and it doesn't affect you. But if I eat the slightest little thing,
It's gonna throw it off.
it's going to throw it off.
It's gonna throw it off.
So, but you got to have those discussions before you get married, because after marriage, it's what you are. It's it.
Mm-hmm.
So now, if you're discovering new things and you're finding out I don't like this about my wife, well, you should have figured that out before you married her.
Mm-hmm.
That's my opinion. Take the time to learn your person,
your person.
because if you learn your person and you can love and like that person, then good. But if you're not learning your person and then all of a sudden you telling your wife, oh, hey baby, I don't, you got too much weight on you, I don't like that. Now that's to her head, that's in your head. Where are you going to go with that?
You said something that I word important, right? It's very important to learn your person. That's Tony's thing. He'll say it, learn your person. Learn your person. And when we learn our person, even though Tony, you also made a point, you weren't your wife's type. Notice I said weren't. Tony was not. When he met his wife Paula, when he met her before becoming her husband, he was not her type on the physical aspect of it.
Right.
But they've been married how long?
13.
They've been married 13 years because the type that she wanted or needed was him. What she physically saw was not necessarily her type, but the type that she needed, notice I said needed and wanted, because sometimes we want things and have y'all ever realized something you didn't even know you wanted until you got it? It's like, I didn't know I wanted that. I didn't know I needed that. So I say that to say this, learning your person And like Tony said, spending that time to get to know your person, and everybody can agree to this on this panel, I know, can attest to it. We have at some point in time not learned who we thought was our person. We moved a little too swiftly, or we overlooked some things, and we tried to create our person out of someone that was not our person. God didn't give us the go ahead or the clearance. Those who we trust, your parents maybe, or your homegirls or homeboys, was like, man, man, you shouldn't have.
That's
But
not
you
so
take your
true.
time to learn your person. So important to know what you like and what you desire and what you need. It is so important. And I get it. We get it. When you meet somebody and you're getting to know them, Kendrick said it. I think someone else said it. You getting the representative. And let's be clear, the representative is not necessarily a bad person. It's not necessarily somebody trying to be deceitful.
Right.
If you go on a job interview, you not gonna wear Tony not gonna wear what he have on now.
Right.
He's gonna come with the right representative to get the job. When you meet somebody, there's some things that you just don't want people to know about you until you know that they are worthy of learning those things, private, personal, deep things. So representative does not necessarily mean I'm tricking you. Can y'all agree to that?
I agree to that.
Yeah. It's not necessarily that I'm tricking you. It just knows that, we know right now you to see me with a bonnet on and sleep in my eye and not necessarily my hair tied back or not looking. Now I'm gonna say this though, Corey, I'm gonna say this. It's me and you talking, sis.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies, I get approached more by men when I'm not what I consider maybe dolled up. What you think, Corey?
It's 100% true. Let me tell you.
Sweatpants, just
I,
left the gym.
I used to go to the supermarket and get dressed up. Like I would put on my cutest boots and my jeans. I mean, listen. And then wouldn't want to go home because I didn't feel like enough people saw me, right? And then I'm out, sweatpants, t-shirt, jeans, jean jacket, or whatever, and just
Don't
what are you doing?
don't rock the hat. Don't put a hat on today. Right. Right.
I think that men are attracted to the natural beauty.
So let's ask the men. Let's
Mhm.
ask the men because we think. What y'all
Mhm.
brothers say? What say you all? Are y'all more attracted to the natural or what? Because everybody has their different. But what do y'all say? Kendrick, what you think?
See what I like it when y'all have on your mommy jeans or your little your little yoga pants and a little stain on your shirt a little bit where you done
Oh,
a little bit of a little bit of grease done came on your shirt a little bit and you looking a little disheveled, or and when I'm at the gym, working out, and after I come out, we be all hot and sweaty. I know y'all be feeling like, oh, I don't want to talk to you. Shoot, we be liking that type stuff. And yes, when you get dolled up, we like it, but sometimes, what I'm saying, in the club, depending on the body language, I might not say nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? It just depends. But I like to see y'all when you're in your natural state, even though you be trying to hide from us and stuff. Like, shoot, come on over here, girl. I like them mommy jeans. Come on now.
what you
You
say,
know?
Tony? What you think?
So of course I'm married to a baldy, so my wife doesn't have any hair. I mean, she has hair, but she doesn't grow it out.
Yeah.
So I prefer the more natural look because that's what I'm going to see. I'm going to see you mostly that way. Now, when she gets dialed up, I like that too.
Mm-hmm.
But what I don't want is I don't want a situation where you're so dialed up that when you take it off,
You're a whole other person.
Baby,
like I
is that you?
don't even recognize you. And one thing I want to say about what you were saying when Dino, that you were saying, you get more men hitting on you when you're more natural. I think that's because that's who you are naturally.
Mm-hmm.
When your body language is your authentic self. So what men are attracted to is men are attracted to women that are authentically who they are.
Mm-hmm.
And I think sometimes we can sense that. We
Hmm.
can sense, hey, this woman, this is who this woman is. She's not fake.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think men physically might say, oh yeah, she looks really good for a moment. But ultimately, when we really think about it, we want someone that's authentic. We don't want someone that, when nighttime comes, she taking all her accessories off. And I mean everything. Like
Mm.
hair,
Like, I'm gonna get you, sucker.
lashes, push-up, whatever. And then you're sitting there going, huh? What?
So natural and authentic. I think what we're hearing, Corey and ladies, what we're hearing the men saying, um, we may think the natural, and then when you say natural, it's like, what do you mean? Natural hair, natural this, natural no lashes, that, but authentic. I like the word authentic because you're right. When we wake up in the morning, there are no lashes. There's no makeup. There's
Yeah.
listen. I met this lady one time, y'all. And she literally, and this was in a movie, right? I saw this in a movie also, but this was a woman I literally met. She was like, she gets up before her husband every day
It's on her makeup.
and puts herself together because he has never seen me without makeup. He has never. And then, oh, this is another one. This is
That's a
another.
shame. Look at all our faces are like,
Yeah. And this is another one, y'all. This is
That's
another
why
one.
the
People
lights
have
got to be off. That's why the lights got to be off. Like the lights should be on. You should be able to turn the lights on.
You should be able to turn the lights right. I should be able to see. But this is another one that kind of threw me, right? But to each his own on this one. I've never passed gas in front of my man. I will get up and go and no matter what, either I'll hold it up, man, please.
Man, you tripping.
She literally said it, and I was like, "Ooh, you will never really, really, really be happy." Cause your stomach hurt. For what? For what? But
Man, shoot.
yeah, Corey, that's you.
Uh-oh.
So
Uh-oh.
what happened was, like, I just
Oh, hell
prefer
no.
to keep it to myself. Now, there was a situation, fell asleep on the couch
It was a situation.
next to the brother. And he went, oh!
Damn.
You weren't ready to get that to him yet.
No.
Gas that man up.
Dang.
But like,
But guess what?
he still loves
Guess
me.
what? Your wedding is when?
September 26th.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't think it killed nothing.
And nah, he ain't dead. He not dead. He was yet alive.
No, he still got down on one knee. He still
did.
put that.
He did.
Jeez.
Yep.
That's life. I mean, yeah. I mean, I know some people that they they grew up a little different. They think a little different. Um, I watched a video the other day. What's his name? He's a sports figure. Dark skinned dude got in all this trouble with messing with young Caucasian girls.
Oh, Shannon Sharp.
Shannon Sharp. Yes. He said that on one of his discussions, on one of his that he was like, he completely stopped talking to this woman. Like completely. Like, and he was like, she was bad. She was fine. I was attracted, all of that. And that happened, and he was like, I that was so crazy to me. But
Because she farted.
yeah,
She farted.
yeah,
Man, he's crazy. He done lost
yeah,
his damn mind. If
yeah.
you think you not going, if you think you gonna live with somebody that's not smell some shit, or she ain't gonna give you a Dutch oven every now and again, that's when you fart under the covers and
Oh,
Oh, I was gonna say, what's a Dutch?
give you the Dutch oven. You know what I'm saying? You think you're not living real life. You living with a
Yeah,
robot.
yeah,
oh gosh, a
yeah,
Dutch
yeah.
oven.
So
Yo,
Yeah,
look, how I met you.
what
So
have I
ladies,
done?
I
yeah, you
get
know, shit.
I get you originally don't want to
Yeah,
just
you
let
know,
go initially, but it's go you're human. You are
yeah.
human. That thing gonna happen at one point or another. Don't wait till you marry that man and he be like, wait a minute. I ain't never knew when she went to the bathroom. I did, hey Joy.
Mm.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, like you never gonna eat some mac and cheese or some real good Dairy Queen or Blizzard or something and think you
That
ain't
we
gonna
can't
blow that
never
man up.
That's
hey,
the only
never
time.
stop my ice cream.
You gonna do something. So I don't know. These people's crazy, man. But the, the only other thing that I can think of, and I see this on a lot of social media, they don't do it as much. The little filter thing. Some women do the little filters, and a lot of times, me and some other guys I've spoke to, when the filter kind of blocks out their skin, and then we like,
It makes it look very, very smooth, and even
Yeah.
tones.
or
Like
it be cloudy to me. It looked like I'm looking through a cloud.
I
You
Yeah.
see.
know,
Yep.
and we don't necessarily like that. And I have my preferences, like the long snuffleupagus eyelashes. I don't like the snuffleupagus when they come down and they be like this. I don't like that. You know what snuffleupagus is from Sesame
Yeah.
Street.
And you
And
and
I'm
they
Oh,
like,
blink
the
and
you got
Sesame
all
they,
this
Street.
stuff. Yeah, just
and they blink in every second.
yeah. I
You're like,
know
wait.
that eyelid got to be tired as hell for all that damn lash.
You can tell because the
Yeah,
eyelids are so almost closed
I
because the lashes are heavy.
But what I've heard is they don't. Those women don't do that for men. They do that for themselves.
You
or,
gotta
or
do it for
other women.
yourself.
Yeah,
Men aren't
yeah, but
interested in that.
I've also heard that women compete with one another. The competition is with the other woman as opposed, and the men are sitting there saying, we don't like this, but it's happening. It's being done. And listen,
yeah,
if this is your preferences, this is what you do, if this is how you think you're cute and at your best, then do you. Do you. But we talking about the person you're with
Mhm.
and knowing your person
Right.
and knowing what you're presenting to them, is that who you organically are? Because when the switch happens and people want to be like, I don't know you, that's not what I signed up for. That we can't complain. We can, and that's on both sides of it. That's on both sides of it. Because I done been bamboozled a time or two. But I
Right. Right.
listen.
all have,
Right.
man. We all
Yeah,
have.
we all have. We all have. And let me make this point because I made a whole. I do this little segment called "Hey, can I tell y'all something?" Um, and I did this video about people who lie and are deceitful and that cheat or whatever they do. Like that one, you don't feel bad about that. You know how somebody else say, "Oh, you got played" or whatever, and
Mhm.
people are embarrassed because the situation, the relationship
Mhm.
ended. People are embarrassed because they don't want others to find out what happened. That ain't my story. If
Mhm.
I didn't do it,
It's not
Why do
on
I need to
me.
be
it's
It's
embarrassed?
not
not
on
on
me.
me.
You know how
Right,
kids
It's not
tell
on
me
me.
inside,
right.
that wasn't me. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I'm one of those. What's that got to do with me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he acted like he ain't have no sense. Yes, the relationship ended because of, for whatever reason. I'm not embarrassed.
Mm-hmm.
You can't embarrass me, but I can embarrass myself.
Exactly. Exactly.
Mm.
So be
Think
who
about
you
that.
are.
Think about that.
Yeah,
Think about it.
that thing hit me like, huh?
Think
Yeah.
about it.
Say that again, Tony. Say that again.
You can't embarrass. You can only embarrass yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. How are you going to embarrass me with your behavior?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
you acting a fool. You acting a fool. That's what
Oh,
you acting a fool. That's not me.
oh, and that thing when you picked them, when people say that, do you really think
I mean,
Exactly.
I didn't pick that behavior.
that
I didn't pick that behavior.
exactly?
Yeah, I picked her, but I mean, she acting a fool.
I didn't choose
You
that
know,
behavior.
I
So
didn't
that's
choose
just a
the
little
behavior.
side note. Don't ever say I got played. Now this is when you get played. They did it twice.
Three
They did it
times,
three
four
times.
times, five
They
times.
did it four,
The
five.
polygamist.
That's when you got played. You played yourself because you allowed it. You stuck with. You stayed with it. You allowed it. That's when we have to.
Yeah, yeah,
You got to get on somebody's couch.
yeah.
You don't have to get on couches anymore. You
I,
can do it virtually.
Mm-hmm.
Counsel with
Be on
someone.
your own couch.
I
Understand.
Hmm.
I will say that red flags are real. You know, there's some that are very subtle, and then there's some that are way out there. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Got to pay attention to those too.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes you get caught. You know, you just think, well, let me try something new, or maybe I should give this person a shot, and it doesn't. It just doesn't go wrong. It doesn't go well for whatever reason, or it doesn't last. But you know, that's disappointment is part of the journey, and
It
that's something.
is.
Yeah, just something that you're gonna have to get over and just try to do better the next time, man. Shoot.
That's right. That's right.
I can tell you all about red flags, man. I can tell you stories for days.
Yeah.
Shoot,
Learn.
man, I could write a book. One day I am. I keep saying it. I'm going to write.
One day I am.
Yeah,
I'm
write your
going
book.
to write a book, and I'm not going to exclude myself in that book. Ha ha.
Yeah.
Because
Right,
there is a part of being accountable that we have to take accountability for. We
right.
do. Like you said, red flags are real. And when you see those red flags and you keep going because I want yo, Kendrick, I am so on the, you know what? Let me just give this a chance. Cause that's usually not what I do. That's usually not what I kind of, but it's not that bad. Let me just give it a chance and see, you know, waste of time.
Mm.
But sometimes we want to be played.
Oh,
Sometimes we want
speak
to be.
on that, Tony. What you mean?
Sometimes we want to be played. So I went through my second divorce, 18 years with a woman, longer than I had ever been with any person in my life. And so I get out there and I'm like, so I go online and I say, okay, I'm looking for, I'm looking for this, no sex, and all of a sudden, women just popping up left and right.
Hmm.
Apparently, oh yeah, okay, no sex. That's what you say. All right. And this girl comes on and she's a ex stripper, and I'm like, oh, this could be fun. Now I had my guard up. I had my guard up, but I didn't have it up high enough. But I'm like, okay, play me. I mean, I didn't do anything crazy, but I'm like,
He said, "Play me."
Now, Tony,
play
did
me.
you hit it with the clear heels on? That's what I need to know.
No, 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 because
I'm
she
sorry.
hit me with the stripper talk. Oh, we can't we can't kiss. I'm only gonna kiss. I'm only gonna kiss my husband. So I was like, so apparently we was playing each other, but
Oh man.
but what I'm just saying is sometimes you have a season where you, you don't mind playing.
Mm.
And
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well
not
I
then,
not dangerous games, but just
yeah.
yeah.
it can
And
be
I
then,
it can be fun.
man, I messed around with a girl 16 years younger than me, and I wasn't gonna do it. And and I guess she just caught me. We had went out, and I wasn't even thinking about it. And then I guess she might have been a little liquored up or something. She was like, "Oh, you're such a nice guy," and all this, and she started listening. Just giving me all these compliments. And next thing you know, I'm kissing this girl in the mouth in the front seat of my damn vehicle, man.
Hmm.
Just all in the mouth, just
Hmm.
passionate, hot relations.
Yeah.
And then she would act flaky, and then things happen, and the flakiness. I'm paraphrasing, but the flakiness kept happening, and I pulled away from her and said, "Y'all, this ain't cool." And then she was like, "No, let's talk," and she just kept up with it till I finally had the nerve to just pull away. And I was kind of proud of myself because this would have been 20 years ago. I would have just kept messing with her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, A, I'm a little lonely, and
Mm-hmm.
B, because she's pretty. But after a while, I'm like, man, this ain't it. And I'm glad at least after a month, I was able to just say, you know what, this ain't it. I'm
This
tired of this
ain't it.
girl. So,
Yeah.
but sometimes you just get caught at the right time and that person gets you. That's all it is. We ain't perfect.
Mhm. Yeah. And you learn from it. I always say that at the beginning. You learn. Nobody's perfect, like he said. Nobody's perfect. We've all either walked into something with our eyes open, or we walked into it and like a cobweb. Like what the
Hmm.
hell?
Hmm.
what the where that come from? That was not expected. That was not expected.
Like a cobweb. Hell
Oh,
no.
them
Walking to it
cobwebs
like
will
a
stick to you,
cobweb.
man. Them things will
Yeah.
stick to you,
You
man.
probably walking through that, you walking through that door or whatever, and that cobweb
Yes.
hit you. Yeah, and
Mm.
you don't know it. You don't know about how I met you, because we want to definitely make sure we go into our part two of this discussion next week, having some things built up to lead us into that. Because next week is the myth of contentment, and this is good what we're talking about because Kendrick, like you said, who said it? Tony. Sometimes we do that on purpose. We see those red flags and we ignore them because it feels good in the moment. Like
Mhm.
this, I'm lonely and she pretty, she real pretty, and woo, that brother fine, and he tall and woo woo. So sometimes we do that, and we find ourselves in a place where we're just trying to be content. Are we like really content? So next week we're definitely going to be talking about that myth of contentment, and how do we work through that? How do we help that? But before we, go too far into that and get into next week's, how I met you, baby, is that you? Those physical changes we talked about. Um, we talked about the mental. Did we get on the mental? That mental part. That mental part. So I was dating this guy, y'all, and we were having a great time. Great guy, great guy. I still say he's a great guy. He just was
Mhm.
not the guy for me.
Right.
And there was some things going on. And as time went on, I realized more and more that there was some mental blockage going on. There was some things, some emotional things going on. And I had to make the decision to pull back from that. Because this is the part. When you show somebody, I truly believe when you show me who you are, I'm going to believe you. So be very aware, and I'm very clear of that. When I see who you are, when you show me who you are, I'm going to believe you. That don't mean walk around on eggshells. That means be naturally you. That doesn't mean it's a bad thing. I'm going to believe who you say you are. So if you start making changes on me, like we're talking about tonight, and these changes don't match up, I'm not talking about natural order of things that we see as we get older, as different things take place. You lose a job or, financials and stuff like that. I'm talking about those control things where that's not who I met. Like, I don't know what's going on right now. And I have a right, and we have a right, and you have a right to accept that thing. But that mental part, even though we may be going through some things and emotionally, because we all do. I listen, I'm in counseling. I love it. I go to counseling every week. Sometimes it spans every 2 weeks, and I be calling like, y'all didn't hit my bell? Like, why you ain't put me on the schedule? Like, what's happening? Because counseling is an amazing, beautiful thing. But when you find someone who is not taking accountability for themselves, just understand you cannot take accountability for them. You can't
Right.
do it.
Right.
So when
It's,
those changes come about, because I asked the question, hey, I see and understand some stuff is happening, and I get it, I understand that. But I literally said, do you kind of feel when things are shifting for you? Because I'm here, I'm in this thing with you. Do you kind of feel when things are kind of shifting for you? And the person responded, yeah, they kind of do. They can kind of tell. Okay, well let's do this thing together. You feel it, you know it. Say something. See something, say
mm,
something.
right. 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 Right.
But when nothing is said and the expectation, and I'm not just talking about me, y'all, I'm talking about us. When nothing is said and the expectation is to just accept that and be a part of that, you got to understand that change is not fair. It's not a fair change. It's not a
So,
fair
so
change.
I want to share this. This happened with Paula and I. We get married, and I move into her house because we had Colby, and Colby was in school, so he was 10. Uh, he just turned 25.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh, wow.
we, we he was 10 when we met.
Mm-hmm. I
So
remember little Kobe.
I come home. And Paula's getting on me. And this is what she says. She says, "How come you didn't tell me you was coming home?"
Mm-hmm.
Now mentally, I'm like, wait a minute, that's a good thing.
Uh-huh.
That's a good thing. I'm coming home. I left work and I'm coming home. But you didn't tell me when that you was coming home. And I couldn't figure out. I mean, it took me months. I could not figure out why is she upset that, oh, I guess I guess I'm not going to tell you where I'm at or when I'm coming home since you don't tell me when you're coming home. It finally dawned on me that it was baggage. It was
Mm-hmm.
baggage that she had from a previous relationship
Mm-hmm.
where something happened because that wasn't communicated.
Mm-hmm.
And so I realized that she needed more security. So I started, she didn't put a tracker on me, but I just started, hey, texting her, hey, I'm heading home.
Yeah.
I'm leaving the house. Now we're talking about she traveling, and I still do it to this day.
Yeah.
She'll be traveling. I said, okay, I'm getting off work. I'm coming home. I'm going to the store. I'm doing this. Remember, learn your person. It
That's
Mhm.
doesn't
right.
always have to make sense. It doesn't always have to make sense because sometimes peace, to get peace, you just do it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's what my wife wants. Okay, I haven't figured it all out. She hasn't figured it all out. But until she figures it all out, I'm still going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So to
Mm-hmm.
this day, I'm telling her exactly what I'm doing.
So Tony, I'm gonna tell you what I'm hearing in the chat, right?
Mm-hmm.
What I'm hearing in YouTube land. Man, I ain't doing all of that.
Mhm.
They gonna tell this woman where I'm going, every step I'm making, every. I ain't doing all that. Oh, woman, he ain't my daddy. I'm not gonna tell him. Why I gotta tell him? I'm a grown woman. Why I gotta tell this man? Tony, you ended that statement, that whole story, that point with um. I'm gonna add to it. I'm gonna say this: peace is cheap. Peace is cheap, y'all. Do we understand how cheap peace is? And what I mean by that is this is your person. It's the person you chose to be with, the person you love, the person you fell in love with, the person you're liking on real hard or whatever. Peace is cheap. If my man says it bothers me that you do XYZ, We're going to talk about why that bothers him. And then I'm going to make some adjustments because his peace is necessary. My peace is that. Do we understand we get more peace when we accommodate our significant others than trying to prove that I don't need to answer to you? Because, like, why you with me? That's like really my peace is cheap.
Yeah, we're not talking about controlling.
Right.
That's not what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you can't get understanding in everything. Sometimes you just have to obey. Sometimes
Ooh,
you just have to
that man
do.
said, "Obey, Corey."
Sometimes you just have to do, and
Somebody,
then you can figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Because what you want to be together, why would you argue over something that all you had to do? So all I got to do is text her. Doesn't, to this day, it don't make sense to me. But what makes
I
sense to me is if I don't do it, it causes my wife stress. So, and I don't want that. I don't want her to be stressed out. So I just do.
I guess it depends on the approach too. Because if I walk in this house and you come at me hot, I'm gonna look at you and be like, I'm gonna walk out and I'm gonna walk back in when you calm your ass down.
Right,
'Cause
right,
we
right.
have to have a conversation, but having it at a tone that doesn't
I'm sorry,
that
Kendrick.
doesn't
I'm only seeing half your face. There. Okay.
and having a tone where it doesn't promote understanding more than it promotes, negative feelings or vibes or whatever you want to call it. That's be my whole thing. It's like,
Yeah.
let me know when you're on your way home, because whatever the case. But if it becomes like a disrespectful, conversation, I'd rather not have it. I'll let you calm down, and I'll just come back, or we can revisit it. And as long as it, like you said, a word, tone, and controlling, when it
Mm-hmm.
becomes like you need to know where I'm at, and whether I'm taking a piss at the QT, and if I'm shaking twice, this, that, and other, that's a damn problem. You know what I'm saying? Cause shit,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know.
control.
You know, sometimes I might want to stop and get me a electrolyte drink or something. I don't know. It just depends on the level of communication and the respect with it. Because you're
Yeah.
right, man. It might be something. She might be worried because you drive home a certain type of way, so
Mhm.
she's sitting there worried about you. You never know with certain people, but that respect got to be there, man.
Yep. That's that part of learning your person. He learned
Yes.
enough to know his wife that respects and loves him needed that, needed something because it you know how there's weeds in the grass in the yard. We don't get rid of the beautiful grass because there's something that we can spray on the weeds to get rid of the weeds, and
Mhm.
the beautiful grass is still there. It still pops up. It
Right.
still blooms and blossoms. I look at it like that. It's some weeds in the grass.
Mm,
All of our yards, there's some weeds in the grass. And we
yeah.
want somebody to come over and visit. I need somebody to come in my yard. I want somebody to come over here. But it's some weed. Just know it's some weeds in the grass. And you got some weeds in your grass. Peace is so cheap. It is so cheap. Learning your person and not staying in it. Because we're talking about that change can go both ways, right? We're talking about, I
Right,
don't recognize this
right,
person.
right.
How long do you allow that type of thing to go on before you say, hey, and let's talk about this thing and let's figure out how we're going to help? Because I'm not her, I'm not him. Because we all of an age, whether we young or old. Either if we're young, say, my 20-year-olds who watch these discussions and learn from them and thank you and give their input. They've had some hurt, but it's not the hurt that necessarily that 40-year-old has had. And we got to understand it's coming from somewhere. So, excuse me, if you want to be with that person, that swift, quick change that you're making, and you're not talking to them about it. You're not saying, "Hey, I'm somewhere in my head, and I need to tell you." Because I had that situation. I listen. Things have happened in life that make me not trust. That's a part of that counseling. My head is on a swivel at the gas station. Let a brother walk up, sir. For what? And that's not
So,
even a thing of trying to talk to me unnecessarily. That's because some things have happened in my life that I don't trust men in certain aspects.
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So when I say to my man, "Hey, listen, I I need something from you, because at this point right now, I want to be with you, but at this point right now, this switch up that you saying, it comes from a place.
Mm-hmm.
It comes from a place. So we need to understand that about our significant others, our spouses, our boyfriends, girlfriends. We need to understand, when you like, baby, is that you? Y'all already know what the real life relationship growth is going to come full circle.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna come full circle to how we can help one another, as opposed to keep talking about the problem, the problem, the problem. And full circle tonight, and we're gonna end it because next week, the myth of contentment. We gotta hit that one. We gotta hit that one. But we're gonna end this one tonight. I'm gonna let everybody say their closing comments and thoughts on this. But just know that switch up, that change, baby, is it you? I don't recognize you. That ain't who I married. That ain't who I was dating. That ain't who. It comes from somewhere. It comes from somewhere. Corey B, what you got? Your closing thoughts on this one tonight.
My closing thoughts on this are, if you one day don't exactly recognize your partner, first take a personal inventory.
Mm,
What's been going on with me? Am
mm,
I all right? Am I missing something? Are they the way they are because I've been the way I've been? Look at yourself first, because if you start there and that's what made everything sour, you can probably start there to help make it better. If that's
yeah.
not it, talk to your spouse. There could be something going on that you're not privy to, or they may not notice what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, once everything's improved, do your Kegels. If you work on that all together, I think
It's all
it can be
good.
good.
Yes.
It can be good. You'll be
That's
good.
right.
You'll be good.
That's right.
I
That's
recommend it.
right. Do your what, Corey?
Kegels. Do them. Do them.
Kendrick, what you got, sir? How you want to close this out?
um, fellas, if she isn't kissing you in the mouth like she did a year ago, she's cheating. I'm not just playing.
No, you're probably right. I think you're right, honestly.
You might be right, but
I think you're
no,
right.
no, no, no. There's something going on. I mean, all you can do is try to inquire and try to be supportive, but they got to do the work too.
Mm,
People are going to change over time. So that's just the truth of it. But try to be supportive, try to keep bettering yourself. But if that other person isn't doing the work or doesn't care what you talking about,
mm,
got to make a decision whether you just gonna keep taking it or you got to figure something else out. That's just my final thought.
yeah, yeah. Thank you. All right, Tony, what you think?
Man, I'm like toying between a couple of things, but I'm just going. There's another saying that I say all the time, and that is you got to like the cake.
mm,
So when I say you got to like the cake, you got to know what you like.
mm,
You can't be trying to fool yourself. Oh, I don't really like this. I like something else. Because what's going to happen is you're naturally going to come back to what you like.
Hmm.
mm.
So all you have to tell people, if you want to be with someone, just tell them what you like, man.
Wow,
Don't focus on what you don't like. Just focus on what you like.
like,
And if that person can accommodate you, great. If they can't, then it's okay. It's okay to move on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's no hard feelings. But if you don't communicate what you like and you settle,
Yeah.
then that's dangerous.
That's dangerous. That's dangerous. And that takes us into our next week. Y'all be here next week. Be here next week. Our topic next week is the myth of contentment. He said it. Hey, there he is.
Ah, look at
Corey, move over, please. Corey, move over, please. Hey, how
What's
are
up?
you?
I said,
I can't see you, sir. I'm gonna need you to bend down towards you and intend it. Yeah, yeah. How was your day, sir?
Oh, it was good. It was good. How about
Good,
you?
good. It's good to see you. Look, Kendrick, did you meet Greg?
I think I met him over your house for New Year's.
New
I just
Year's.
said
You
hello.
did.
I
You
think
did.
That's
so.
right. That's
I think
right.
so. Yep.
Okay, yeah, you did at my New Year's Eve.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What's going on, Tony?
Yeah.
Congrats, man.
Remember to kiss her in the mouth every day.
Look,
Every day.
look what Joy, look what Joy said. Yeah.
But we can't see what
Probably
she
doing
say.
something right now, Joy.
You doing
But
them
what she say?
Joy said, "Yep, she doing them kegels."
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, y'all a mess.
Yes, I love it. I love it. All right, y'all. Thank you for joining us tonight. We will see you all next week, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Subscribe to the YouTube, guys. Subscribe to the YouTube. Y'all have a good night. Love
Good
y'all.
night.
Thanks.
Good night.
Bye.
Love you.